Hello again, welcome back to this playthrough of Menace. And yeah, it's Future Freeze. I have played a little bit further and finished last operation against the pirates. But yeah, decided I'm not going to upload those. We had a look at the new OCIs last time and yeah, tested them out, and it's insane. The setup that we have now, and basically there is no more challenge left in this run. We run over everything and anything at this point. We have all the loot you could ever want, realistically. We have even 2 miles. We have tons of armor, we have tons of weapons, we have tons of equipment, and everything you will ever need. Um, and also we have an insane squad with really good operators. Let's have a look at them. And yeah, then we call it a day concerning this campaign. I do want to start a new one relatively soon. And play with the new OCIs from the very beginning and have a different starting lineup and play some differently. I want to play Raivu more. I do want to pick up Core Lane. We have tested Murdoch now quite extensively, and she's great, obviously. But yeah, I do want to see the other operators as well. Let's have a look at our SLs, the final builds. When the game finished, you can see, okay, she has some more discipline and accuracy, 10%, but yeah, her build is finished and she improved her stats by a lot. She's at 110 action points now. Improved her accuracy to about 80 is probably the genuine reading. Yeah, 20% crit chance. Getting here to this high of a crit chance is a consequence of using the chain gun and machine guns that much. Especially the chain gun though. You get to shoot it very often, get a lot of hits, and it only costs 20 AP, so you can make use of it a lot. And every time you crit, and every projectile is calculated individually, as it says here. So the more you shoot, the more projectiles you shoot, the more likely it is to yeah, land a crit, and as a consequence, grow your crit chance, your precision skill. Yeah. So keep that in mind. If you want to grow the crit chance, only using one-shot weapons isn't going to help you anything in any way, shape, or form. But very happy with this build. She carried the run from start to finish, as I expect of Reva. Yeah, pretty nasty stats here. Also took a lot of damage, but yeah, uh, killed a lot of stuff. Did a lot of armor damage and regular hit point damage as well. So yeah, Reva, as I said, probably my favorite pilot in the game. Yeah. Then Pike, crucial as always, and especially on this difficulty setting. With 200% enemy supply, I'm not quite sure what I would do if I don't have access to Pike. His ability to boost whoever needs it at the moment to overperform is so crucial, as well as Rally, which saved our bacon multiple times. Yeah, not sure what you would do without him on this difficulty setting. I mean, it's probably possible still, but yeah, he makes things much easier. Yeah, probably the one character I really want to pick up every time playing on these settings. Everybody else is a little bit, you can debate if you need them or not. Others else can do the job as well, but not Pike. He is exceptional. Similarly, I mean, you can replace tech with somebody else, but this costs like 200 supply points, if even that, considering how versatile, how powerful, how tanky he is, how much damage he can do. Pretty insane. This is probably the best build concerning all this. It doesn't need a lot of equipment. It works well early in the game if you only have a shitty chain gun. You get the Stormclad, you get the boarding commando, and you're set basically. So this isn't, and as soon as you get the M6, you are basically finished your build for the entire run. So this is a very, 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 very good build, and very easy and reliable to get, and also cheap. That's why it's definitely S tier. Yeah, Veterod did an excellent job. Oh, we didn't have a look at his stats. He has no buffs, so these are genuine readings. A short way away from 110 AP, which is 3-star territory. Very nice. His accuracy improved. I think he starts with 70, so it improved a lot. So did his discipline, and damage reduction also went up by 6%. His crit chance did grow quite nicely, and his defense went from minus 10% to plus 11. Huge difference. Huge. That's why he was basically unkillable at some point in the game. Even though he has low growth potential, of course, when you get to play every mission of a run, you will improve. And he was very, very important to our run. Yeah, Veterod, also very happy with him. Improved his stats by a lot. He starts only with 85 action points and I believe 75 accuracy. I believe either 0 damage reduction or slightly negative, like minus 5% even. Crit chance has improved a little bit, not hugely, maybe 10% or something like that. Or even 12. So all these guys here, their builds are basically finished. You could go full send here. I don't really rate point fire that much on tech, honestly. But full send would be great, but other than that, this build is finished. This build is definitely finished. I mean, you could give him anything else you want at this point, but this is his core build, in my opinion, for this run. Same goes for Reba. She could obviously use Drive-By next, or maybe even Grind Down, although I'm not sure it's useful at this stage of the game. We just one-shot stuff. We don't need to damage the armor. We just eradicate any HP they have immediately. So Drive-By would be really, really cool for Reva. Other than that, maybe Expert Pilot, maybe Zigzag, although you don't get that much out of Zigzag. So Expert Pilot, Drive-By, which would make her pretty, pretty nasty. Um, yeah, his build is also finished. No, he is not finished. I would give him critical hits next to push his damage potential up and his crit chance to more than 40%, and that is very noticeable. Yeah, maybe even finishing a shot later, but you rarely need it, honestly. His job is to support Reva. He is her dedicated personal scout, if you will. That's why he is a vanguard also, but he is very capable, even if left to his own devices. Very, very happy with his performance. Yeah, and cheap, by the way. Murdoch, very, very powerful SL. I mean, insurance alone and buyout and license agreement is just makes you such a versatile character. You want to bring her every single mission, and I also really like this build. These finishers, these two Drive-By makes her much more mobile, and yeah, she can make better use of her guns, much better use, and retain some mobility. She relies on her mobility to not get shot at too much. So this is really, really good. And also over time, I don't have any damage boosts active with her, so this makes her much more reliable, finishing off enemies or and improving her ammo economy a lot. You have to keep this in mind. You can make use of this, yeah, a decent amount of time, I would say. So this is very nice and should also be great if you give her. And that's basically the decision I had now. Either I would give her Tank Buster now, or Scout and Backs and Bells to make her even more of a utility character that can scout ahead and be the scout for our mobile forces. Yeah, because Pike and Kada aren't going to keep up with them very well without Triloxy. Although we don't really need it. I probably would have gone with Tank Buster on her next just to see what Overtime and Tank Buster can do for you. I expected it's quite a good combo. Um, Yeah, very nice character. Not frontline in your face like Reva or Ex-Conde, but excellent, excellent fire support. She and Ivy are probably top tier in that bracket. And who is actual top tier? Yeah, basically RNG dependent who you get first, what kind of gear you already have, but both have great impact. And she also improved her stats quite a bit. I don't know exactly. Maybe she starts with like 75 accuracy, I believe, maybe 70. Low crit chance and I think no defense. So these improved a lot, both. And also action points, she starts with 104. So she improved to 110, which is 3-star territory. And yeah, very, very happy with her build. Works perfectly fine. Same goes for Bock. He was more of a second line trooper, although we forgot to take a look at his damage stats. Although he was more of a support character late in the game. Early on he was more of a carry, but later he was much more useful, designating targets, suppressing stuff you couldn't deal with immediately, and that was his progression over the. But still did a lot of damage considering just 200 points. Insane. Similarly for him, oh, he dealt more damage than Tech. That's saying something. Yeah, he was brilliant as well, considering his price point. This gun made him much more dangerous, though, let's not forget that. Although it seems to be very common. I get this gun, I would say, every second run or so, and I haven't even seen the silence crowbar in a long ass time. Really, like, the last maybe 3 or 4 runs, I haven't even seen the silence crowbar. Might be bad luck, just might be that it is much more rare than it used to be. Yeah, let's have a look at her stats as well. Also pretty decent, almost 50 missions for her. Yeah, did a lot. Did a lot. And yeah, Bock, his build is also pretty much finished. I mean, if we want to give him the ATGM more often, we could give him Tank Buster as well. It would also help his lucky shot rocket organ barrages. They can do significant damage to light vehicles that way. And yeah, very, very happy indeed with this build. Super cheap. Like, this costs barely more than 100 supply and can, yeah, not win an entire mission on its own, but makes it so much easier. Definitely worth bringing. And I really like this build with extra crit chance, the lucky shot if you need it. You could also use the AGL and spam it from a distance, or the ATGM launcher, whatever you need, maybe even the M6 if you need more fire support. Yeah. And his stats quite improved quite a bit, honestly, considering his growth potential is so low. And he was, he was on 40 missions. Okay, that explains it a little bit. Um, yeah, his suppression stat is pretty nice. Other than that, box standard, as the name implies, you know what you will get. And I really like using him as this kind of indirect fire support guy to hide his tiny HP pool with this active. He is very squishy and will get instantly one shot by an ATGM. Similar stuff as well, might do a decent amount of damage on him. So yeah, but he improved his action points a little bit, his accuracy also. Keep in mind he has a buff here. His crit chance is pretty nice, and his defense, meh. He also didn't get shot at all. So basically, he had no opportunity to improve this. Not that he needed. As I said, I use him as a second line indirect fire support mostly, and he won't be shot at that much in that role. Kara also saw a decent amount of action. Let's have a look. Yeah, 33 missions and did a decent amount of damage. She was more of a support utility type character. Yes, she was also our anti-tank girl in the early game for the infantry, but yeah, over time, her role was more and more giving support, giving scouting info, holding the line. Yeah, be a weapons team if you needed her to be immobile and hold down a sector. That's what she does very, very well with this sentry build. You can debate buff if you don't want to use autocannons or something like that on mobile type missions. You don't need it. You can get away with just RPGs or similar. Um, so you don't need buff and can instead go for full send easily. Although it's still a chance, you could still pick it up. Although it doesn't do much until you hit 100 AP. That's why I also run her with Tridoxine quite a little bit of the time, so she can, in theory, do something like this, and you can boost her to 100 AP when you need it, designate, and then shoot in the same turn. And she creates a 15 tile no fun zone for vehicles basically with this build. Nothing comes past her. She can spot anything. Um, Basically, I would probably not go with full send honestly on her. I'm not getting that much use out of it yet. Later, when you get 100 AP, and even when you get 100 AP, I mean, as soon as you move her a little bit, you won't be using this. And only in defensive missions this would really come into play usually. But backs and bells would be great for the simple reason you can then run this all the time and give her more stealth or some binos for even more spotting, which would be great also. And that would be her capping finishing stone, I believe. Backs and bells. Yeah. And way off in the future than full send. But backs and bells you will get much more use out immediately. Then Vaivu, yeah, he didn't get that much time to shine, so his stats didn't really improve much, but I like this build so far. I have to test him out a little bit more, and yeah, he's probably best off used either as heavy infantry with a jumpsuit, probably, or mobile infantry. I used him as a rifle squad, and he is doing decently as well, but he needs some kind of enabler so he can get his stacks going. Like probably, honestly, put him in the back of an APC, and he can use almost all his AP shooting and getting his stacks up. At which point he becomes quite insane. Or you put him in the jumpsuit. These are the two best options. But he didn't get many. Yeah, just 10 missions, so no huge stat improvements. He has decent growth potential though, so he could become very, very insane very, very quickly. And he's also one of the guys I feel would really benefit from the jungle gym, getting more hit points and such. If you want to give him more squaddies and don't make use of this. Hmm? Yeah. But I will definitely pick him up in future playthroughs earlier, I hope, and want to run him more and see what he can do for us. Yeah, expect great things of him. Um, Ivy, not although, let's have a look. What did he kill? Not much. As I said, only 10 missions. Yeah. Yeah, Ivy. We picked her up decently early, I think. Yeah, somewhere mid run. Yeah, something like 24 missions only. It feels like she was with us the entire game almost. And for 20 missions, these are pretty insane stats here. Yeah, insane character. These three here are probably my favorite lineup of pilots to bring. They are insane, and she, especially with the dual HMGs, yeah, not much to say about it. If you bring her more often, obviously she will continue to improve a lot, and she has very good growth potential. And yeah, not much else left here to give her. Maybe long term you can give her expert pilot to boost her mobility even more. Yeah, or if you want to use the 120mm mortar, although Bog is our artillery option, fragmentation also, of course, would be great. Other than that, she is basically also finished. This is the build I would bring 90% of the time. Yeah. Lim, more of a support in this bench piece we brought if we had need for it, but his cheap promotion cost means doing this and giving him 4 promotions is still not that bad. And was very happy with his build. He was more focused around supporting the APC, cleaning up chaff, smoking them up, and making sure that the flanks of the LPC are secure. That's why you could run him as a pretty cheap squad. He wasn't really focused around dealing damage, more this support for the APC. And yeah, he didn't go on many missions, but when he went, he was useful. And this is a build I would definitely bring if this run was going to continue longer. He makes the APC so much safer with smokes, being able to get rid of signals, and yeah, he would make someone like her without any defensive abilities much better and safer to bring. Yeah, and Yas didn't get really any time to play. I tried this goofy build here, which can work under some circumstances, I believe. But yeah, didn't get any chance to shine. Only 2 missions, so yeah, he will feature in another playthrough, probably with a different build. Though this isn't going to be good on many mission types. So yeah, let's not do this again. Anytime soon. And yeah, our OCIs, we went over this pretty nuts, but yeah, this is it. I call the run over now. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I will do my utmost to answer those questions. Or if you have any ideas for future playthroughs, please post them. I mean, don't be ridiculous though. Like, only use 3-star operators. There are only 3 of those, and or something like that. Or I don't know, do an infantry only run. No, not going to happen on expert difficulty with 200% enemy supply. At least I believe. Although that could actually be worth a try. That could be done, I believe. Yeah, I have some ideas in mind to do for future, but and I also am really excited to use this from the very first operation onwards. Yeah, and build it up step by step. Yeah, but that's about it for the moment. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough, and yeah, I thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope also we will see each other soon. That was that for the moment. Bye bye.